friends, welcome back. Wishing you all for a wonderful day. In this video, let us learn how to prepare methi puri and aloo bhaji. First, let us get to know about the ingredients needed. Potatoes around 6 to 7, medium sized. Onion 2 to 3, medium sized. Ginger garlic paste 1 teaspoon. Crushed in stone mortar and pestle. Green chilies 3 to 4 slitted and curry leaves 1 spray. Now let's see what are the spices needed for tempering. Cardamom 2 pieces, cloves 1 piece, star anise 1 piece, bay leaf 1 and cinnamon stick 1 small piece. Also, the other spice that adds wonderful flavor to this dish is fennel seeds. Crush the fennel seeds, say 1 teaspoon along with the curry leaves in the stone mortar and pestle. Take 1 tablespoon of gram flour and mix along with water and grind it in a mixer and reserve it. Now take the potato and steam cook it or pressure cook it and keep it ready. Peel the potato skins off and chop it to medium sized pieces. Now take a thick bottomed kadai and add around 2 tablespoons of oil. Now add all the spices reserved earlier. Salt the spices a bit and now add the crushed fennel and curry leaves. Now sort all the ingredients for the spices to get infused with the oil. Once nice aroma starts to come, now it's time to add all the onion reserved. Next to the onions, add the crushed ginger garlic. Now sort the onions until it becomes transparent and a nice aroma starts to come from the ginger and garlic paste. Once the onion turns transparent, now let's add the spices like fennel seed powder 1 teaspoon, turmeric half teaspoon, cumin seeds powder half teaspoon, and pepper half teaspoon and salt 1 teaspoon. Now sort the mixture until the spices gets cooked and are mixed well. Once a nice aroma starts to come from them, now it's time to add the potatoes to it. Now sort the potato and mix them well with the onion mixture. Now add the watery gram flour paste prepared earlier. Mix them well with the potatoes. And add needed amount of water for the mixture to get cooked. Mix them all well and close it with a lid for even cooking. After around 5 to 7 minutes, now let's check for its doneness. Now mix them well together and check for the salt and the other spices. Add extra salt and pepper if needed. Mix the salt and pepper if added in excess and mix them well together to get blended with the aloo bhaji prepared. Yummy! The aloo bhaji is ready. Can top it up with the coriander leaves. Now let's get into the preparation of methi puri. Take around 3 cups of wheat flour. Use a deep bottomed vessel so that the kneading process of the flour will become easier. Now let's get into the other ingredients needed to prepare the dough. Add 1 teaspoon of fennel powder. Then add 1 teaspoon of pepper, followed by 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Now add 1 teaspoon of garam masala or curry masala powder. Add around 1½ teaspoon of salt to balance the other spices added. Add around 4 to 5 tablespoons of dried methi leaves. Now all the spices needed are added to it along with the dried methi leaves. Now take around 2 cups of water and warm it a little bit. Now add warm water to the flour little by little to prepare the dough. Add extra water as and when needed. Now add around 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil for softening the dough and knead them well and close it until use. An easy trick for kneading the dough is to use the mortar of the mortar and pestle for pressing the dough. For preparing the puri, we don't leave it for a long time to rest like chapati. The idea is to prepare the puri dough first, prepare the sabji and come back to the preparation of the puri. Now keep things ready like little bit of flour for dusting, but we don't use the flour for dusting as we use it for chapati. Then oil for rolling the dough and a tissue paper in a vessel for draining the puri. Now take a vessel or a kadai that is not too broad so that while preparing the puri, the oil stays up. An essential trick for making the puri to be puffed. Now add oil almost to the half the level of the kadai. Now switch on the stove and let the oil get heated up. To check if the oil is heated to the correct level to prepare the puri, add a little bit of the dough prepared to check if it is puffing up properly. Now take the pre-prepared dough and knead it once but not to knead too much. Now gather it together and start to prepare the balls from the entire dough. Apply oil to your hands when preparing the balls so that the balls stay soft. After preparing the balls, close the balls and take only necessary balls to fry so as to maintain the softness of the balls. Now start rolling the balls to flatten it to make the puris. Always prepare a batch of 4 or 5 and keep it in a plate and fry it and then prepare it for the freshness. This is one of the tricks to keep the puri puffs up very nicely and easily. Once done in this way, now let's start to fry the puris. Once checking the oil if it has reached the correct level of heat for frying the puris, now let's add the puri one by one. When rolling the puri, make sure to roll it even, that is not too thick, not too thin at any edges. It should be evenly rolled. Add one puri at a time and it will puff up soon. Once the bottom side turns golden, now it's time to turn over the puri for the other side to get cooked to golden brown all over. If you want to keep the puri puff up for a long time, you can add rava or the suji when preparing the dough. We usually prepare it fresh and finish it on the spot. That's the reason I didn't add the suji. I love preparing the fresh batches before eating. That gives a nice aroma from the puri. In the same way, prepare all the puris from the balls prepared. After preparing the puris, drain it in the tissue paper for the excess oil in it. If you are packing it for the tiffin, as soon as the oil is drained out, pack it up so that the puris stay fresh for a long time. The yummy puris are ready. My younger one is checking for the crispiness of the puri. for it's one of his favorite dish. This is one slighter variation from the normal puri. For it, we have added the spices and dried methi leaves or the fenugreek leaves. The fenugreek leaves are medicinal by nature, and when adding in the puris and frying, it gives a special aroma to the dish. Try it once and do give us the feedback. Hope you'd have enjoyed the video. Please use the tricks shared in this video. Also, if you have some, kindly add it in the comments. Thank you for watching. See you all soon in some other useful video. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Till then, it's bye from Shri Umadevi Srinivasan.